Mama, na digital blessing. High tech, they rise, no stress. Money boy on the beat. I see numbers on my screen. Green candles make me lean. My people, them, they win. High tech, they flow like stream. Enough we go down. Now only we know. All my people gather round. Make we show them how we grow. High tech, na juju money. Juju money. Price, they rise infinitely. My God, dash us this blessing. This blessing. Digital money, no go rest, oh. No rest. Sharp pattern, they confirm. Every trader, they affirm. All time high, no be ceiling. Market makers, them, they feeling. My brother, check the stats. Numbers climbing like that. New record every day. High tech, show them the way. Enough we go down. The only up we know. All my people gather around. Make we show them how we grow. High tech, na juju money. Juju money. Price, they rise infinitely. Infinitely. My God, dash us this blessing.
All right, guys. Let me quickly check. Let me quickly confirm if we have sound or not before I talk for long hours. I rather make sure that I don't talk to myself. Oh, there's quite a lot of delay on X, eh? Okay, but the sound is working fine, so we can start. My name is Hightech, of course. I'm the creator of the Hightech meme coin, and on these live streams I talk about what just happened today in the cryptocurrency market, what I think about it, and I also explain what Hightech actually is and why is it so revolutionary. And it's a completely new approach, a correct approach in my humble opinion to altcoins, how they should be approached from the beginning. So okay, let's go. Let's flip the screen. Here I don't know why for now I'm dark, and then the camera will just adjust. That's the let's say shortcoming of this filter. I like it, it's my filter, but this is on camera, on live, it's not working the best. Okay, allow me to quickly share the link to this live stream. I already have shared one. I want to make it like a regular thing, until I grow a little bit larger. So I repost under some of the big X profiles about this live stream, because like this I gain a little bit of a reach. Otherwise, very few people actually see those live streams. So so I feel like I'm wasting a little bit of time. So this guy, and of course, if you can repost, guys, repost. You will help me greatly. You will make it much more interesting. Much more people will join my live streams, and all of us, we are going to have much greater time, right? Because we want a discussion to break out here, and not only me talking, but also you participating. So I don't know, say hi or whatever. You can just even, I don't know, paste in or just click an emoji with waving hand or whatever, just so I know you are here with me and you are participating, right? Can I just say, what is he saying? $2.48 billion in shorts will be liquidated at 131k. Easy work for a bull run. Okay, allow me to. I present my takes about it on my live stream today. Jump in. I share only two, not anymore, because I don't want to be accused by X for spamming. So that's why I just paste in only two, just to increase a little bit of my visibility, and that's it. So yeah, so sorry for that formality at the beginning, but it's necessary. For the time being, it's necessary. now I realize that that I have not done two important things, but yeah, I should have done that. You know what I mean? Because I live stream also to Twitch, and also live stream to Kick. I live stream it simultaneously to 5 different platforms, and I just remember that I did not change the title of the live stream. So today I'm a little bit, apparently I'm a little bit with low focus. I practically I just woke up. I literally woke up. I had my Red Bull. I checked a couple of things, and here I am. So by the way, if you prefer to consume this type of content on Twitch or on Kick, then the handle is exactly the same as my Twitter handle. On Kick, then the handle is exactly the same as my Twitter handle. Okay, we must stop it because otherwise it will become a little bit heavy. Sorry guys for this, but yeah, let's make it right. Let's make it right. If we are making it, let's make it right. Here it is. Let me just paste it in like that. Yeah, and we done. And we done the duties we have behind. So as you see here, of course, I will see your live chat whenever you write me something. So like I said, I highly encourage you to participate, give me questions. You know, I've been in this space for 11 years, and my main source of income comes from trading. Unlike in case of your favorite influencers, you know, they usually share you ref links to derivative exchanges, and they literally make most money when you get liquidated. So it's a completely type of a relationship that we are starting here. It's, you know, worth to notice. Okay, let's take a look at what has been going on Bitcoin since the last time, since yesterday. So yesterday I was showing you that I got this entry on Bitcoin, this buy signal. So that means I'm in a position on Bitcoin now. I mean, I've been in a position on Bitcoin anyway, because I trade two intervals on Bitcoin. I mean, my systems, they trade two intervals. One is 15-minute, another is hourly. On hourly, I was never shaken out of this trade. Here was the entry. So the first one was at 107, a little bit above 107,000. The previous one was much lower. So as you see here, I got a re-entry. And initially, I was actually having on this interval, of course, at 87,000. So at times when many people doubted Bitcoin even approaching 100, and I was saying from the beginning, you will see, guys, we will go above 100. If you don't believe me, then go over to my YouTube channel, same handle as on my X, and you will see that I'm not lying. I was saying it literally even before I got this entry signal here. I already was preaching the good word, and why? Because I actually, even earlier, I received 15-minute signal, right? So of course on the 1 hour it's much more accurate. The hit rate is much greater. On 15-minute there is much more fake outs, but win-lose ratio does the job anyway. It, let's say, compensates the lack of hit rate by a lot, to extent that actually it makes slightly better result than 1 hourly, even though 1 hourly has much greater hit rate, right? So much more often when it gives you an entry, that entry will end up in a profit, right? And this is my own algorithm, of course, so you will not find it anywhere else. I do not make it public. I rent it. I used to rent it, so you could use it, but my systems right now are, let's say, fully loaded. All of the people that wanted to rent it are now using it. I cannot serve it to more people because the efficiency will just drop. So that is why yeah. Now the only project I promote. Before I used to promote my trading systems, um, but since now we are full, the only project I promote is my meme coin, of course, which I mentioned at the beginning, and that's high tech, and treat it as indirectly as a stock of my social media, as a stock of my live streams on all of the platforms. If you want, if you like, for example, type of the content I create, if you think that I can explode in popularity at some point, then you should probably think about getting a little bit of skin in the game here. You can, I don't know, throw like $1, $2, $3 at it, something small, just so you don't you don't get nervous about it, right? And I think, I mean, I encourage you to give it a try, give it a shot, as a, you know, as a form of experiment, and let's see how you feel about me, working for you in that convention, right? So you invest in my meme coin, I keep talking about it, hence, hence. I work for you. I work for pumping your bugs, right? So that's why I said it's a little bit uh, innovative way of treating it, because so far, I mean, this is like in the face that this is my token and I'm pumping it for you. Unlike with other influencers where they pretend that they're like outside of the project, they're just the observers, and when something goes wrong, they wash their hands. Here is a completely different story. I kept chilling it. I mean, as you see, we had a little bit of a sell-off. Those sell-offs were not made by me. You can even check it. It's very easy to actually to confirm who emitted the coin and what was doing later on. It was those sell-offs were caused by early investors, because always someone with the lack of faith will get on board. But as you see, we are having buy-ups, and not at any point I said I don't know, the experiment failed or something, or I stopped talking about high tech. No. At all time, every single live stream I made, I was saying, guys, this is opportunity. I never thought we were going to revisit these prices, and I keep repeating it today as well. I think it is a great opportunity. I never really thought possible we are going to come down this low again. So just make use of your time, make use of this opportunity, and get yourself at least a little bit, just like a small chunk, right? Because this market is still very small. There's like less than 60 investors so far, so it's microscopic. Because you should measure it by not by capitalization, which is a false parameter, especially when it comes to meme coin. You should not measure it by the price, but by the amount of holders, and this just 59 holders. So that's microscopic, right? And it's a lifetime project, so you will see me talking about it literally forever. So it has been in existence just for 3 months. So, like I said, it's a no-brainer not to get yourself at least a little bit. But yeah, coming back to our broad charts. The title, of course, is a little bit dramatic because that is the only way of attracting attention. But it's not fully empty. Bitcoin surges, but why? It's a doomsday. It's not fully empty. There is a meaning behind it. Why it is exactly like this. By the way, guys, let me remind you: share, repost about this live stream. If you can do that, it will be absolutely wonderful. If on whichever platform you watch it, repost about it. It will be that is for now. It's the greatest tip you can give me. Just repost about this live stream, right? Forget about even getting yourself a little bit of high tech. Right now, the best you can do for me is reposting. Yeah, the title is as such because I was referring to Bitcoin, of course, doing quite well, as I predicted, as I told you guys. I do it for 11 years. And as you see, you just have seen trades on my algorithm, right? I've been doing my living like this for the last 11 years. So I really know what I'm talking about. I really know how this market works. I generally know how markets work. And my systems, they are based on my own theory of how markets work. And apparently there is something to it, because otherwise I would not be able to generate income. And I've been able to do that for extended amount of time. So yeah, this one was fairly easy for me to predict. And what we should expect from here is definitely much more growth until fourth quarter. I think we are very safe, and definitely until September. Until September, we are ultra safe. I go as far as to say, until September, all you will see is just some volatility, but it will keep moving higher and higher. Of course, we can get some small pullbacks on Bitcoin on the way up. On altcoins, of course, they are going to be significantly larger, but overall, all of this market is going to be bigger at the end of August, and highly likely it will be bigger even at the end of September. Like, I don't know, 90% chance. It's a very unique setup in the global finance right now, and the odds favor at bulls like they rarely do, to be honest, because of a plethora of reasons, right? Which probably we'll be discussing when we go over to the X segment, where I scroll my X timeline and search for some inspiration there to talk about. So yeah, that one is to be expected. Don't be surprised if you see your favorite altcoin, I don't know, going like plus 50% from here, or plus 100, or even few hundred percent from here until end of August or end of September. But where's the doomsday then? Well, here I'm referring to how Bitcoin dominance is acting, right? Because on Bitcoin dominance, this is definitely a very bearish looking chart. That doomsday is literally printed here, and that's good for altcoins, of course. That's absolutely phenomenal for altcoins. So here we wish for the worst, and right now it's literally materializing in front of our eyes. As I told you guys, as I told you, I've been telling it, I've been explaining it to you since here, right? I said it's yeah, we are going up. We are having this bounce from above 620. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh my god. Oh my god. Sorry for that. Cheers, eh? This bounce was unexpected to be this big. I thought that eventually will go sideways. We'll rest on this level for a few days and then we'll fall lower. But apparently, as you see, we had a bounce, and this bounce was more than decent, was surprisingly big. But then, the more aggressively we went going up, the more I was saying, guys, this is going to turn around. I mean, the higher it goes, the greater the odds are. It is going to turn around, right? And yeah, after the close of this daily, it was already very apparent to me. Okay, all of this uprise is over, and this thing is in the midst of rolling over and going back to the downside trajectory, going back to to the road home, and it's literally what has been ongoing for last 4 days since then, right? So yeah, here I expect more and more drama. I don't really think next attempt to 620 is going to be anyhow similar to what we've seen. I don't think market makers are going to be waiting for much longer with pumping altcoins, because right now what they fear is liquidity coming into the market, right? They want to print as high prices as possible before liquidity comes into the market, and that one will come September and I don't know, starting from mid-September, let's say, right? Because then it will become much more expensive to print prices they want to print, because there will be a lot of much greater resistance each side. Right now there is little resistance. If they want to print it to the downside, they can do it easily. If they want to print it to the upside, they can print it easily, right? Cheap, very cheap. So in my eyes, the incentive right now is to pump those markets, not to dump them, because the more you pump them, the more attractive you can portray them. The easiest it is to bring in people, onboard people with their money. With the market, if the market is going down, how will you onboard people? Like, there is no way you can onboard retail if the price is going down, right? It's as simple as that. So if they want to attract more money to the game, they have to print high. The numbers they generate, they must be impressive. Allow me to turn on the light, because some clouds just cover the sun outside, so probably I'm a little bit darker now. So yeah, this is a very good harbinger for more fun in the altcoin space. By the way, guys, once again, I see there is 10 people watching right now. This total number here tells me that from all of these 5 platforms I'm live streaming to, from what I see, most of people are watching on X, which is interesting that X delivers most of the viewership. That's cool. That's why I renewed X Premium. In my opinion, if you're not a content creator, if you don't do live streams, then there is literally zero sense for you to own X Premium account. However, if you are a content creator, then and you do live streams, then apparently it's a must, and especially in this space, right? In the crypto space, apparently it's a must. So yeah, that's why I used to pay for X Premium before, but I got a little bit disappointed with it. But after a while, I came to conclusion that yeah, at the end of the day, I still have to renew it. So here I am, and so far I think it has been a good decision, because yeah, as you see, the most viewership on my English Anglo-Sax live streams I receive from Excite. No, actually I'm wrong. From Rumble. That's from maybe exact for, let's say, more or less the same, equally as much on Rumble and X. But that's going to be interesting to you if you're thinking about content creating, right? Creating some content. So allow me to remind you once again, repost my live stream wherever you watch it. If you watch it on Kick, if you watch it on Twitch, this is the best tip you can give me right now. There's no any better, let's say, form of endorsement rather than pasting in the link with this live stream somewhere there on, I don't know, your X profile, I don't know, Facebook group, or I don't know, Telegram group, whichever, what have you. Yeah, so today is Monday, of course. So Mondays are that much more interesting than other days, because we open traditional market. And let's take a look. What is the sentiment on SPY, which mirrors S&P 500? So as you see, the pre-market prices are higher, meaning that probably we are going to open higher, meaning that we are going to make a new all-time high on TradFi, right? So I mean, you don't make all-time highs if the moods are not good. So apparently, and the moods are literally great, champagne moods, as we say in Poland, champagne moods, right? To open the champagne, to celebrate, and that of course will affect positively Bitcoin too. Sooner or later it has to pull us up. I mean, we had this time of a little bit of nasty decorrelation, the decorrelation we do not want, when S&P goes up and we are not really doing much. But while the S&P keeps rising, it has to call for Bitcoin at some point, and Bitcoin will run up, right? To do exactly the same, repeat the footsteps, go. And that of course helps altcoins. I mean, altcoins is that part of the space that have the most of my interest, because the growth here, the potential for growth here is definitely much greater than on Bitcoin. Naturally, because of proportions of sizes of these markets and the Bitcoin market, these are much smaller, so they require much less capital to give those pumps. So yeah, that's why I mainly trade on my systems mainly trade on altcoins. Even though recent 1 year and a half trading on altcoins was much more complicated than on Bitcoin. Bitcoin definitely gave more joy with how it was performing. But I believe there has been a lot of upward potential accumulating throughout all of this time. A lot of upward potential accumulating in the altcoin side of the market, and we are about to see a huge eruption of it sometime in foreseeable future. So CAT plus 52.3, almost 0.9, sorry, almost 53% today. This one I do not trade. ASR, which is a fund token, football fund token, as Roma fund, is doing quite well. I do not trade this one neither, unfortunately. But other coins, as you see, they are not performing that well, but double digits, regardlessly, so not that bad. ADX I have in a trade, I know for a fact. What else here? Cake I have in a trade as well. Let me show you how it looks, how it actually performs. That's a cake. Oh, let's go. Plus 40% in cake, not bad at all. What else? ADX Pro. I think ADX is doing a little bit better, or at least comparably. Plus 69%. So yeah, I remembered it well. It's performing slightly better. Anything else I can boast about here? Portal, I don't think I have it in trade. I don't think I trade it at all. LDO I do trade, but I'm not sure if I have a position on this one. Ah, no, not yet. Oh, not yet. Okay. Interesting. So this rally must be really weak then on this coin if I'm still not in a trade. If it's moving up and I'm still not in a trade. Anything else? Bell maybe? I don't know if I have Bell. If I have a position on Bell. Oh yeah, I do. And but this one is very small, plus 4.5%, very little. Nothing really to talk about. Yeah, but the longer it stays like this, the more positions I will get open, and I expect the altcoin market to give a lot of joy this very week. I think it's already over with this negative volatility that we're supposed to get to shake off please from the bull, because bulls, they hate to be ridden. When you try to mount the bull, it's called rodeo. And if you ever seen a rodeo on television, or I don't know, on YouTube, in the internet, you will realize how difficult it is actually to ride the bull and a bull. And that is why this naming in trading, naming conventions in trading are so accurate, because this is literally how uptrends behave. Whenever they realize there is a little bit, too much people trying to get a free ride, they shake them off. So this is literally what has happened. Just this recent week, we had that element of a shakeout of retail of the small fish, and now much lighter, without any overload. I think we can ascend higher. That's how I see it. Yeah. Let me take a look at. USDTD. Now this one is acting today. Yeah, it continues. Oh no, okay. Okay, so far it's in green, surprisingly. But yeah, it was much lower today. We can have a little bit of negative volatility on the S&P today and tomorrow. Probably, when the crypto market sees that TradFi market is opening high, but then is descending, probably we will see a price reduction on Bitcoin too, and altcoins somehow will react to it in a way. But it's not a must. It's not a must. S&P can actually, go up from, go straight up right after opening, and then will not get any type of described effect, right? So, but even if we get a little bit of negative volatility, do not fear. That will not mean that, oh my God, we are falling and everything is going to hell. No, absolutely not. Remember what I'm preaching here literally every single day. Now we are in a protected period until at least first half of September. Nothing really bad is going to happen. So just mind that. Just, I don't know, write it somewhere on the wall, maybe on your forehead, just so you don't forget about it. Because otherwise, you're going to be committing very silly mistakes, and you will be angry at yourself later on. Later this year. So I think right now you should really, really focus on buying up the dip. Let's take a look at altcoins. Yeah, altcoins are recovering very nicely, as you see on others chart. This kind of market behavior is definitely a harbinger of a continuation of the uptrend. Let me take a look if total E50 is already available in its full form, or is it still like, yeah, it's still, I don't know what the hell TradingView is doing. What the hell went wrong there? I preferred total E50 over others chart, but apparently I have no reason, no choice. Sorry. So yeah, as you see on the weekly, absolute fire. Last weekly has closed in green. Absolute fire. We can see a serious explosion of this market literally every second, right? There is a lot of pressure in there. The moment it finds a way out, it will make a lot of noise, right? It will make a lot of noise. Guys, repost my live streams. If you watch it right now live, please repost it. I don't know, on your X profiles, on your Facebook pages, or whatever other social media, on Telegram groups, whatever, what have you, right? Because I need reach, guys. I need reach. Otherwise it makes no sense to me to talk here to, I don't know, like five people, right? It does not make sense to any influencer, right? So the best tip you can give me is reposting. Right now, that's literally the best form of letting me know that you appreciate me creating content here every single day, right? So far 11 people are watching. That's very nice, from all of the platforms I live stream to. That's super cool. And yeah, I'm thinking about what else can I discuss here. Definitely liquidation levels. Remember, all of my live streams are totally unscripted. I just, I'm freestyling here 100 I never even think about what I will be talking about today. No, I just the only thing I prepare is the title, right? I think about like for 1 minute, 2 minutes, and I prepare it. I forge it with Grok, and that's it. And all of the rest is like 100% live, unscripted, unprepared. It's just toss myself, on the deep waters, and then I see what I can craft out of it. So yeah, liquidation levels. $86 million on Ethereum. Shorts are getting liquidated. 66 to 20. That's a nice proportion. It means that bulls are in control. If you have 1, 2, 3 on derivative markets, it means that bulls are in control. That's cool. $47 million on Bitcoin. That's microscopic for the size of the Bitcoin market. So yeah, so far nobody is trading yet today. Maybe I don't know. So sometime later we will see these numbers getting a little bit better. But right now, like I hear crickets. Literally, there is only crickets here. Okay, crypto fear and greed index. Let me refresh this one. It's 67, so slightly higher than yesterday. Yeah, it was to be actually. This one is from yesterday, not from today. It was to be expected because Sunday was quite a good day. We already could see some rise here and there, so zero surprise here. What about our search terms on Google Trends? Are they getting any better? So here we are tracking the usual stuff we always look up on every single live stream. Let me take a look at meme coin. Okay, this one is speaking up. That's good. Meme coins. This one is equal as the last read, which means probably is going to get higher tomorrow. Meme coin and meme coins, I think, are right now are one of those terms that you should look at first, to be honest, because they attracted the least advanced, let's say, part of the space, the freshest one. So the earliest signs of interest probably we'll see from that side. Altcoins. This one is still 31, 32. Okay, so still low, but at least it's not lower than this high here. So yeah, it's probably going to get better. It will get better, highly likely, sometime later this week. Is just the first day. Bitcoin is doing like this, so it's on a downtrend. It's going sideways. Weekly is looking really good, but here it's the interest is lowering. That's good. We don't, because like I said, the bull hates to be ridden. A bull hates to be ridden. So leave the bull alone. Okay, let him have his run up. Let him have his run. Its run in peace. And I don't know, at the very beginning when he's tired, you can try to mount him, and and then here I'm talking, of course, to retailers, and then it will completely, fall to the ground because it will be way too tired to do anything anymore, and that's literally the fashion in which this story always ends. All right, yeah. I think that's all for now. Let's take a look on my X timeline. And again, guys, if you have any questions, you write them in the live chat. I will see it here. In the meantime, let's search for some inspiration on my X timeline, and let's see what people are discussing today. This is, of course, my live stream, current live stream on X. Look on chain. Looks like an institution is selling ETH. So that's 19 minutes ago. So just yesterday we could see many examples of institutions an entity is buying up ETH, and today they are selling, right? A wallet possibly linked to Hashkey Capital deposited 12,000 ETH to OKX. They have bought much more than that recently, so if anybody is selling that, I don't think it will affect. I mean, supposedly just 80,000 Bitcoin has hit the market, and we did not really see a much of a blink when it comes to prices. So 12,000 ETH is even less than that, and ETH is also quite liquid, one of the most liquid markets in across the whole cryptocurrency industry. And ETH is doing well. ETH is doing really, really well. Let me take a look how my ETH trade is doing. Last weekly, as you see, closed in green. Let me go to 15 minute, because this one I trade with only with 15 minute. Unlike Bitcoin, I trade with two intervals, 1 hourly and 15 minutes. And yeah, this is just a very stable uptrend, plus 55% in profit as we speak, right? So nothing to complain about, like literally zero, and it's an all-time high of this trend, right? I mean not yet, just recently, right? Just a couple of hours ago, this trend hit its all-time high run up. So, like I said, nothing to complain about. Everything well in place, everything as predicted, as I've been explaining to you guys. If you watched me long ago, you would have earned so much money with me. Because I called it. I called it out. I said, I mean, I was showing you guys here my entry signals, and I was telling you the odds that this trade is going to go into dozens of percents are ultra high, very, very, very high, and it's literally what happened. So yeah, okay, let's go over back to Twitter. To X, actually. I get more over time. I get more and more familiar with calling X Twitter X. At the beginning, it was very difficult for me to switch to the new reality, new name of this platform. Many people have rejected to call it X because you know how unhandy it is, uncatchy at times it is. But yeah, I mean, time heals wounds apparently, because more and more rare I hear anyone calling it Twitter anymore. Coin Bureau, shorts about to get wrecked 14 minutes ago. If Bitcoin breaks all-time high again, over 6.5 billion in shorts could get wiped out. Short squeeze incoming. Yeah, probably yes. I think we have much greater probabilities for a new all-time high rather than some, I don't know, some revisiting of 114, 112,000, as some analysts say, or some OGs say, like Da Vinci Jeremy, for example. And huge respect to Da Vinci Jeremy, of course. It's not like I'm trying to belittle him or bash him. No, absolutely not. Just I think right now with the liquidity setup that we have in the market, you should be looking for higher prices first before you consider any type of a setup for a correction. And stay away from shorting this market right now. I've been saying it for long weeks already. Stay away from shorting this market. It's going to get you wrecked. Stay away from leverage trading. If you have not mastered, but absolutely mastered spot trading, you have nothing to look for in the futures market. It's heavily manipulated. Futures market is to sponsor the spot market. If you have not discovered it yet, market makers they used to use it to literally get more spare cash and reinsert it in the spot market when they think it's a good time. That's literally a tool. The derivatives market is not market on its own. It's a tool for the big players for the spot market. Street traders, Kramer tell us if it will go to zero by end of week. Here goes B box and spaghetti squash for vegans. What the hell? And Street traders is teasing Jim. Please, Jim, say that ETH is going to zero, please. because we all know what happens when Jim Cramer opens his mouth about something. The exact opposite happens shortly after. Cointelegraph. US, the White House will release its first crypto policy report this Wednesday, July 30th. Will we see a strategic Bitcoin reserve soon? Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. It's probably going to be, even if it's not going to be like final cut. I think now industry will react to it enthusiastically anyway. So it's going to give us further growth. I mean, we are in an uptrend, right? We are having a nice uptrend. Just some time ago it was on Bitcoin alone. Now altcoins are joining the party, so it's going to get only better until at least first half of September. Later we will see, um, let's say the middle of fourth quarter is going to be the time of highest danger. But until then, as you know, looking at calendar, we still have a lot of room to go, right? Income sharks. Everyone keeps complaining why this bull market sucks. Then everyone keeps talking about memes as if they can't put two and two together. I'm shocked that everyone isn't rich with 20 million memes sucking liquidity dry with like 100 of them, not a zero, not at zero. Yeah, meme coins right now are one of the most manipulated market. That's why I know. That is why I make a blueprint of how to create what meme coins you should be creating, how you should be running them. I give an example of it, right, with my own meme coin that I emitted my own meme coin. I'm 100% permanently attached to it as its creator, as its influencer in the package, and I'm trying to give a completely new look to this space, right? Like lead the way, lead the way with the torch, and show how it should be done, right? That it should not be producing, I don't know, 100 coins in 100 days, and I don't know, make one of them pump and dump it, and then pass to the next 100. You should, if you emit a coin, you should stick to it. You should create community around it. You should do your best to induce as much value into it as possible, because this is literally what I'm doing, right? Creating content, talking about this coin. I'm literally inducing value into it, right? And it's going to stay like this. It's going to stay like this. So this is a lifetime project. This is not a seasonal project. This is not a long-term project. It's a lifetime project. So that is why, as I said, if you think the way I create my content, this, let's say, I don't know, convention of live streaming, of talking about crypto, if you like it, maybe you should consider, throwing $1 or $2 at this one here. Yeah, so 10 people watching so far. Oh, next, that's very nice. And remember, guys, give me a follow, or subscribe, depending on which platform you are watching it at, and repost. Reposts are the most important right now to me. Repost about this content. This is the best tip you can give me right now. Just reposting, right? Because I must grow, guys. I must go. High tech must become one of the biggest meme coins out there, with all of my backholders becoming, millionaires, or deca millionaires, or centa millionaires. That's the goal, and we will get there only together. Me myself alone, I can do nothing. I can do it only with you guys. So don't forget your role, right? A good project, good coin needs a good leader, a good creator, good leader. Here I am with 11 years of experience in the space, but I'm still nothing without a solid community, right? Cointelegraph, latest. Billionaire Ray Dalio suggests holding 15% of your money in gold or Bitcoin as a hedge against devaluation of fiat. Yeah, and that's let's say a little bit of a refreshing look that someone who, let's say, is traditionally minded is recommending 15% of allocation into Bitcoin, because up until today, let's say, um, the standard procedure, if you wanted to invest in something that you were not really sure of, or you did not really know of, that much, was 5%, right? That was the standard recommendation, was 5%. So if we are from here, we are going to 15%, which is 3x. That's a move in the right direction, in my opinion. I mean, for our industry. And let me tell you, it's not like I think Bitcoin is going to last for thousands of years. I'm sure it's not going to last for 1,000 years. I'm absolutely sure. I would not even bet on Bitcoin lasting 20 years. But I still want Bitcoin to thrive, right? I still want Bitcoin to thrive, and I want it to become the world's reserve currency. I want altcoins, the crypto, to dominate. Become the global finance, replace current global finance with altcoins and what have you, whatever that is crypto. But I do not fool myself. I see the holes in the picture, in this scheme. I see its weaknesses. I see how it can unfold with quantum computing with AI. It's not going to be an easy ride, right? Next few decades, it's not going to be very easy. It's not going to be like it has been for last 15 years, that you will invest in Bitcoin and all you have to do is dollar cost average, and you'll be good. That's not going to happen for the next 10 or 15 years. The reality will be vastly different than that. And let me tell you, I know it's a very comfortable, let's say, belief to accept, right? To take. That all you have to do is just tax sats. It's a very very comfortable thing to do, but world does not work that way. We have only certain periods when life is easy. Those that realize what you should stick with are the lucky ones. For the time being, but those periods, they end. They last some time and they end. And I'm 100% sure that for Bitcoin, next 10 years will be like that. People that bet big Bitcoin. I mean, we still are not done with the cycle, right? So we'll still see growth here. Don't misunderstand me, right? And only God knows how high that thing is going to go. Will go. Nobody really knows that. I estimate 150 should be quite easy to get even this year. Uh, Probably before we get any higher, we will see a sizable correction, way below 100K, in my opinion. Especially given how the spring is called up with Bitcoin reserve narrative. Bitcoin reserve narrative definitely prepares us slowly for a huge backfire. but uh, but this picture is never that simple, right? It's very very difficult to predict when it's going to be over, when it's not over yet. It will be volatile I mean, for sure, it will be volatile in the process, but when the final blow of top happens, that one we will have to wait and see. In the meantime, I think the best thing to do is what I'm doing. So I trade it with my fully automated systems. I don't have to be worried about any crashes or anything happening, because if markets pump, I'm in a pump. If markets crash, I'm not in a crash. So, but yeah, it takes a lot of years to get something like that on your own. It's me myself. To me, it took 4 years to get a system like that, right? Fully running and doing its job. So a lot of homework was necessary in order to achieve it. And you best you can do is literally watch me and listen to what I've got to say. And the second best thing is or maybe even the first best uh, thing is to invest in high tech because it has indirect exposure to everything I do, right? And right now I'm starting is slow. Starting is small, starting is small, because those things if they are rushed, they are very difficult to maintain later on. So that is why I'm not overdoing it. I'm letting it grow in a natural way because it's going to be stronger like that. So since we just had a huge correction in my meme coin market, that's your opportunity to buy in cheap at cheap. Look on chain. Tether just minted 1 billion USDT on Tron with zero gas fee. Nice. There are now 82.69 billion USDT on Tron, accounting for over 50% of the total supply. Yeah, Tron is quite big on Tron. Sorry, USDT is quite big on Tron because Tron is quite a cheap network, right? Quite a cheap network. But I expect Solana to overtake uh, Tron volume and usage. USDT usage. Why? Because it's cheaper. That's first, and there is a lot of different assets there now, including stocks. So I think Solana right now is much more attractive network for USDT to be there than Tron itself. Okay, what else? That was 1 hour ago. Trending Bitcoin. Michael Saylor tells GameStop CEO that Bitcoin is going to $1 million. Ryan Cohen. I can't wait for my 10,000 made in the USA iPhone. $10,000 made in the USA iPhone. You're going to love your $1 million made in the USA Bitcoin. Yeah, that's a funny interaction actually. But the iPhone does not have to rise that much in price when it's made in the USA because remember about automation, remember about robotics, right? Let's take a look at notification. Because it always gives me curiosity who is doing what with my content. So Grim Daisy has reposted. Thank you very much, Grim Daisy. Grim Daisy is, by the way, one of my Polish followers because right now my main social media are actually in Polish. They're much bigger than my social media in English. I'm trying to, bring it to the same level, at least to the same level, but it's somewhat difficult. It somewhat requires much greater effort. But yeah, I'm willing to do that extra lap around the stadium and and get my desired effect anyway. So what else? Still a lot of potential left for ETH. Yeah, definitely. I've been saying it for a long time. ETH is going to make a new all-time high. The probability behind it are really, really high. Are we going to have some corrections in between? That's always possible. I mean, right now we are very close to all-time high anyway. We don't really need much from where we stand at. So I don't really think you should be very doubtful when it comes to that statement. Crypto saving expert update. Uranus surges into top 25 Solana meme coins by market cap, topping 24-hour gains. Yeah, Uranus um, is doing quite well. It's doing quite well, and probably I'll be trading Uranus with my system whenever I make adaptation for Solana dexes. Highly likely I'll be trading this coin because it has a really good liquidity, a lot of trading happening there, so why not? Even if I laugh at this coin, right, because of your anus. Can you see me here? Yeah. The connection is doing well. That's great. Any comments? Not yet. You guys, if you have any questions, you ask me in the live chat. Or say hi. If you don't have anything to write me, just write hi or something. It's always nice if there is any type of interaction. Billionaire Ray Dalio says Bitcoin is perceived as money and it is limited in supply. Very easily, all around the world, you can transact with it. Yeah, now I think it has enough of a big name to find someone who will be willing to transact with you in exchange for Bitcoin. You know, we live in times when Bitcoin spot ETF in United States is the best performing spot ETF in history, right? So what else would you expect? The spectator index breaking. Thailand and Cambodia agreed to an immediate and unconditional ceasefire. Okay. Yeah, they started they started some small war there. And apparently the superpowers told them, guys, what the hell are you doing? That was not in the plan. Again about Tron. Out of a sudden I started to lose voice. Let me have a sip of water. Pretty much all in alts. 47% to 40% could be a good area to scale back into BTC. Let's see how it plays out. Hodl, Doge, LTC. LTC, I don't think LTC is a good trade. What the hell is this? Oh, so he's projecting what's about to happen. Yeah, I think the same. I think Bitcoin dominance in next 1 year, 1 year and a half, Bitcoin dominance is going to see record low levels. I think like 30, you can easily see 30% of Bitcoin dominance in the next 18 months. That's what I believe. I think it's going to go so low, nobody ever expected it to go that low. Tether CEO Paolo Arduino says we are going to announce very soon our new initiative for a US domestic stablecoin that will compete in the US domestic markets. Interesting. So Tether is adjusting to new regulations in the United States. They are not letting themselves to stay behind, and that's good. That's good because whatever side initiatives Tether has is going to fuel up USDT, which is the biggest stablecoin in the world right now, most used across the globe. Even if US is definitely number one crypto market in the world, I don't think USDT is used there as much. I mean, 10% as much as in Africa, for example. In Africa, USDT is super big in the crypto space, of course. Next player, Capital New Market. Capital CEO suggests the USA issue $2 trillion of bit bonds to buy $200 billion of Bitcoin. Interesting. I said this for years. Meme coins and NFTs are digital slop and have no intrinsic value, like a mobile game loot box. People spend 150 billion a year on mobile gaming. Yeah, true. But mobile gaming is not really comparable to NFTs and meme coins, to be honest. there is a way of giving them intrinsic value, and that's what I'm doing, right? I'm giving my meme coin intrinsic value, and I'm sure that meme coin scene will convert into what I'm doing. So my meme coin will be a blueprint for other meme coins, and it will be instruction of how it should be done. Bitcoin has now fully recovered from the 9 billion market dump of 80,000 Bitcoin last week by a Bitcoin whale who bought 14 years ago. Yeah, and that's impressive that 80,000 Bitcoin was redistributed into the market, and we didn't see any volatility really, because I mean what was it, like 5% maybe from local top. That was nothing, like literally nothing. Impressive how great liquidity Bitcoin has nowadays. Breaking: BNB surpasses Nike in market cap. BNB is doing quite well. I know I have a trade on BNB. I don't remember how it's doing. It's nothing really big, like plus 30%. So it's decent, nothing crazy, but it's definitely decent. Where was the entry? Quite a while ago, eh? Here it was. So the entry was at 644 more or less. Here, 646. And now 846 almost. Is it all-time high? I don't remember, to be honest. I don't look at BNB's chart very often. Yeah, it's all-time high. Interesting. Very interesting. So yeah. So here you have it. Here you have it. I know what I'm talking about, because otherwise I would never be able to write an algorithm like this, have a system like this, trading system like I have. So yeah, whenever you listen to my live streams, or whatever I try to explain, you have that in your mind, that apparently that there are very hard proofs. I must be in the know, at least a little bit. Okay, guys, allow me to wrap it up right here. Share my content. That's the most important to me right now. Share it, and I don't know, if you want to give it a shot, if you want to give it a try, if you want to make a small experiment, invest in my meme coin, high tech. Link in the description section of this live stream if you watch it on Rumble, or you watch it on YouTube. If you watch it on X, then just copy paste the mint address. I have it in my bio of my meme coin. Go to whatever Solana DEX and swap USDT or Solana or USDC for it. Something small, just so you get a taste of it, and we can start this relationship here. And you can check how you actually feel about that kind of investment when a coin has permanently attached let's say influencer to it, that works for that coin's popularity, right? So that's it, guys. Thank you for your time. I will see you sometime soon. Cheers.